Rockers TV. Want to welcome you, irrespective of your pigmentation, your ethnic composition, or your geographical origination, to Styles FM, each and every Wednesday night from 9 to 12 o'clock on Entertainment Autopsy. And we originate, we'll carry behind the scenes, we'll be entertaining, interviewing, or communicating with the major players in the music industry. Check it out, Earl, the roots man, we originate, we do not duplicate, the number one in the universe, Styles FM. There'll be a Masagana. 5 minutes. Stars FM. Pleasant good night to you. Respective of your pigmentation, your ethnic composition, your geographical location. And my New Yorkers audience enjoy the cold weather. North America, you know, but I'm glad I'm not in your environment. I'm coming to you from Port Antonio, down in Bolingbrook. It's about 70. Cassidy, what's the temperature? About 75 degrees? Huh? Anyway, Entertainment Autopsy. I have a beautiful program in store for you tonight. Jati is also in my company. We're going to be flexified up until 12 o'clock. And we have a brother by the name of Max Romeo, one of the original reggae music pioneers. Coming out of Bunley Studio, man who give us music like War in a Babylon, Uptown Babies Don't Cry. We could go on and on. In addition to that, we have a new segment in the program tonight called Entertainment Roundup, right, Jane Michelle? In addition to that, we also have Bennett Price coming out of New York City. In addition to that, we have also a brother by the name of Mr. David Silver, who produces the video that when Bob Marley got shot in 1980? When did they shoot Bob Marley, Jati?
As we speak.
Anyway, well, David Silver out of New York City is going to be with us, and as we said, Vinny Price, to get a complete lineup for you. So let's keep it locked in with entertainment tonight. Jati, what's up? What's your week?
What a night. We'll be here until 12 o'clock doing this. You know what I mean? You and me. Just stick tight, okay? 453-144. That's the local number to interact, right? We want to hear from you because we want to know how you feel about what's happening on Entertainment Autopsy. With yours truly, Jati, the reggae ambassador, and the one and only Mr. Earl, roots of man. Shit. Okay, international 954-338-7979. That's what it's all about tonight. You and I, and I and I. Roots man.
Mr. Max Romeo, War in a Babylon. Music that was made like about 20 years ago that is so relevant in this dispensation of time. The Roots man, Styles FM. Cassidy, you got it. War in a Babylon.
Is it floating? War in a Babylon. Tribal war in a Babylon. Look at that. Is it floating? What you say? Is it floating? Oh yeah. War in a Babylon. Tribal war in a
Brother by the name of Max Romeo, our special guest tonight, 10 minutes after 9 o'clock. Entertainment Autopsy, the roots man, Earl Chin, we originate, we do not duplicate. Feel good about yourself. And one time you feel good about yourself, everything is copacetic and good to go. You have no inferiority mentality and no jealousy and no need for no crime or criminal behavior. Max Romeo, War in a Babylon, was produced by Bunny Lee. All right, we're going to be speaking with Max Romeo shortly. But one of my favorite Max Romeo tune yesterday is Uptown Babies Don't Cry.
See that little lad selling Kiska, shouting Kiska Pops, Kiska Pops, Kiska Pops, Kiska Pops. See that little lad selling Star, shouting Star News, read the news, read the news, read the news. He is doing it, you see, to help his mommy pay the fee for little Junior to go to school. Uptown babies don't cry, they don't know what hungry is like. Uptown babies don't cry, they don't know what suffering is like. They have mommy and daddy, lots of toys to play with, nanny and granny, lots of friends to stay with. Uptown babies don't cry, they don't know what hungry is like. Uptown babies don't cry, they don't know what suffering is like. They have nanny and granny, lots of toys to play with, nanny and granny, lots of friends to stay with. Hear that little baby crying. Yes, she's crying, she's crying, she's crying because she's hungry. You can hear her mama saying, it ain't easy when you're poor, you see. I'm speaking of life in the ghetto, where survival is the motto. I'm putting it to you, poverty is a sin. Yeah. Uptown babies don't cry, they don't know what hungry is like. Uptown babies don't cry.
Max Romeo live and direct right on Styles FM. We heard War in a Babylon and Uptown Baby, Don't You Cry. See, they don't cry at all because they have everything they need. You're truly Jackie the Reggae Ambassador alongside man Roots, man Earl Chin. This is Entertainment Autopsy. We have on the line right away Mr. Max Romeo. Earl, take it.
Xavier Masagana, Max Romeo, how are you doing?
Yeah,
Hey, I was just telling the producer and my coordinator and my right hand, Lieutenant Jane, that we should get in touch with you very early because you're a man who lives in the country in the hills and you might go to sleep or you did went to sleep very early. Did I say that,
farm,
Jane?
I know. The farm,
How
I
are you
know.
doing, Max?
I'm doing good, man. You know, everything is cool so far.
You know, like, you're coming out to the Burnley studio. Oh, it's a family, by the way.
The family is good, you know.
Or the Romax youths, them,
Raminal.
Raminal, yeah.
The Raminal is alright, man. They're doing alright, you know. They just did the Tone Rebel show and Rebel Salute, and with a good response, you know. So, they're good.
Max Roma being a big entertainer and things of that nature. How do you enjoy being a family person? Because I know you for so many years. I'm not gonna
Mm.
divulge certain activity, but it was like, like the kids in New York and like the kids in Jamaica and different transition of baby mothers and things. How does it feel to be a family man?
It's, you know, to have responsibility is a good thing, you know. You got to get up and go. I mean, you know, when you're a single man living, you know, life is just, you know, a toss up, you know. But when you got a family, you got to move. Therefore, you must progress. You know what I mean?
It, it makes you more responsible, right? But Maximo,
That's right.
you
Mm.
started your career in such a. What year did you discover that you had such a gift?
Say it again.
What year did you discover that you have such a great talent and gift?
I was born with that, man. So, you know, I discovered that early. You know,
Right.
in the early days, 9, 10 years old, and I used to do concerts at school and you know things like that. It was early when I realized, you know, it was good. My favorite subject, sorry, my favorite subject in school was writing a composition,
Okay,
and
no, Max. In
that's what makes.
1965, you joined up with Kenneth Knight and
Hmm.
Lloyd Shakespeare in The
Hmm.
Emotions. Tell us about your experience working with Kenneth Knight and Lloyd Shakespeare in The Emotions. Or do you want to go there?
Yeah, we were friends, you know, we were good friends together. So, you know, when friends work, you get good vibes, you know. It was nice working with them guys, you know. Like Shakespeare passed off, you know, he died, and Kenneth Knight migrated at the time. I haven't seen that guy in a long time. I don't know if he's
Right.
still alive, you know.
Anyway, we're not going to dwell on that. So then you
Yeah.
launch your solo career with one of the legendary producer, Mr. Bunnelly. Tell us about your experience working with Bunnelly.
Bonnelly, Strike a Leaf from Basin Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good days. You know, them days was good, really. You know, it started way back in 1960, actually 67 when I joined Bonnelly. But before that, it was Ken Lock and the Carlton label. That's why you call them the starters label. Most artists like even Leroy Sibbles and the Heptones, that's where they did the first recording. Roy Shirley, the Pioneers, all these guys start right there.
So Max Romeo, after you were working with Bunnelly, you did an album with a brother by the name of Lee Perry, the Upsetter, who
Hmm.
also very much involved with Studio One and also with Bob Marley. Mr. Lee Perry, tell us about the track that we played, Uptown Babies Don't Cry, was
Hmm.
produced by Lee Perry. Am I wrong or right in saying that?
Yeah, that's from the album Warner Babylon.
Warner Babylon was on Island
Yeah.
Records.
Yeah, this album was done 1975. It was released by Island Records in 1976. It did a mini US tour on that. And working with Lee Perry is good because Lee Perry is a good producer, and he's in the true sense of the word producer. You know, he'll help you along with your lyrics, he'll help you with the melody and your rhythm and everything. So you go into Lee Perry's studio with a song sounding certain way, you come out with it sounding different with his participation. The guy's a genius, you know. Mm.
Max, what has been the highlight of your career so far? Because I get to understand that you work with the Rolling Stones and Mick Jagger and Keith Richards, but what has been the highlight of your career?
Well, It's hard to pinpoint a direct thing to say this is highlight because I've been through quite a lot. You know, this year I celebrate 50 years in the business, 20th of June. I remember. I celebrate 50 years in the business, so it's a lot of highs and a lot of lows. You know.
Yeah.
Working with Rollins was one of the highest, yes. Being on working on the Broadway project, you know. I mean, this is Broadway, not off Broadway, on Broadway.
Okay, now we bring up.
A
You
lot
bring
of
up.
people sing about, you know. I've been there.
You brought up about Broadway. You were involved in a play that was produced by a brother who had the longest running play on Broadway, Michael Butler, and he
Yes.
produced a play called Here. And he had a play with you and Calvin Lockhart and the brother from Miami
With
Vice,
Michael Thomas.
Michael and Calvin Lockhart.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Ababa Tunde.
And what's the brother who used to dance on the fire and the bottle? Ross Carby. Was it
Yeah,
Ross?
that's Carby, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, man. We were partner together working on that project.
Well, I think.
Took us about 6 months working
Right.
to get the thing together.
You know, tell us about your experience working on Broadway. But that was when reggae was not very large in America or globally.
Right, that was a little before the Great Mali explosion. You know, so yeah, we did. Most of them theater is being taken down anyway. The Biltmore, the Helen Hayes, the Alvin. These theaters are big Broadway theaters. These are the places where the play was moving from theater to theater. It was closed down after some weeks of running because they claimed that the message was too high because there was quite a few political scene in it. That, you know, a lot of people figure that it's too strong a message, you know, and Americans are afraid of revolution, you know.
So you were saying reggae music was too revolutionary at that time, or was ahead
That's
of its
right.
time.
That's right.
So how do you feel about the way the music has evolved or grown from you or initiate or getting involved in it for the last 30 years?
I tell you what, Earl, the music has taken a dip for the worse in terms of production. I mean, in all the history of Jamaican music, for the past 25 years, we've been bombarded with a bungle of undesired music. I mean, these music, I don't call them music, they take the M out, it's you sick. You know, and most of these artists in my day, I just put an F on that artist and call them fartists, you know. And because of the music coming from the fartists, the music, I've taken a dip for the worse in terms of production, you know. I don't know. I mean, that's just my opinion.
Do you think it's a reflection on the society or the morality that is happening in our surroundings right now? Because, you know, music has a lot of influence on the thoughts of people, you know, from King Solomon days.
I'm sorry, but the word morality is not in the Jamaican vocabulary anymore. I think that's what the problem is, you know. We've lost track of the meaning of the word morality. We've lost our moral, and it's shown in the music. Even in that performance at Sting with Lady Saw and Macca Diamond, I mean, these are extreme immorality, you know.
Max Romeo, speaking to Max Romeo, entertainment Autopsy, 24 minutes after 9 o'clock. We evolved each and every Wednesday night from 9 to 12 o'clock, sitting with me, Jati. And Max, how do we correct this? Or what is needed to be done? Because original reggae was a music that entertain, educate, identify problem, recommend solution. And it's not representing it that way. Or what's happening? I don't know. What you see need to be done, really put it on the right track.
I don't know. I'm a little old-fashioned in my thoughts, you know, because I'm so used to the blooming days of reggae when we had a thing called vinyl. that wasn't, you could not produce a vinyl in a bedroom or in a living room. You got to go to a plant to do the stampers and a plant to do the pressing. So it was a little more inaccessible. Now with the CD, it can be produced in any little crevice, in a bathroom, your kitchen, anywhere. You just put a computer with a keyboard you don't have to be having a great knowledge of music. I mean, 2 fingers can do a whole rhythm. And that's where we lost it, I would yearn for the days of vinyl. I don't think it's possible, and yet it's possible, to re-emerge, and then, we would bring back the investors that run like hell from the business. So it's each artist becomes his own producer and promoter. And that's where Piola strive, and, a lot of good things get left out because we can't afford it,
Max Romeo Jati here, right? I know locally we don't hear much about you and the older artists in Jamaica, but internationally you guys are kicking up a storm. Just elaborate a little bit on that.
Internationally, people have more moral and more sense to music. I mean, music in Jamaica is not really music. I really don't call it music. Matter of fact, we have erased totally the music industry. We haven't had a music industry anymore. I mean, it's every guy trying to do his own thing, trying to survive, and I don't think that's good enough.
So you're basically saying that you get more love internationally than you do here, locally?
Yeah, because, I mean, look, the whole reggae machine moved to France, I can tell you that. If you want to get a good concert or to get a good, your good artist perform, you have to fly out of Jamaica. I mean, like I said, I don't get no ratings. I don't get the music industry in Jamaica right now any ratings. Another factor is the radio stations. They play more crop than they can reap.
So you're still a very viable entity internationally. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It is. It is. It's an export situation reggae. Jamaica is a kindergarten, although it's born here, but it's just a kindergarten. You got to go to the university, which is a big wide world. Remember, Jamaica is just like a little pinhead on the map. It's a big wide world out there, and the whole world is grafting for roots music. In which we don't produce much anymore. The younger artists I'm proud of, people like Protege and Chronicle and Ibamar and all these artists. They're trying their best to keep the thing going. But beyond that, there's a bunch of crap, you know what I mean? That's my opinion anyway.
Okay,
it's me who actually keep myself away from the Jamaican scene, I could be more active, but I don't see I can't take part in it. I just can't take part in it.
I hear that still, Max. You hear this, Max? We're going to basically wind it up, but before you leave, right? Hear this. I'd like you to touch a cappella style, right? I'd like you to give me a shout out of War in the Babylon to the people that hear it live and direct, man. You see it?
Uptown Baby Don't Cry. My favorite songs are... Wet Dream. We haven't even touched about Wet Dream yet.
No.
What are you live and direct, man?
Tell us about Wet Dream. Give us Wet Dream. I want a cappella version of Wet Dream. But those our longer listeners who are not familiar with Wet Dream.
Wet Dream is not in my profile anymore.
No, but give us a little background. Or you wrote the song or write the song, Wet Dream.
Yeah, but...
You still ready, Max? Just go ahead,
That's
man.
Cool, man.
I was in my folly days. I don't play folly no more.
Well, just give us something that you feel comfortable with. Live and direct.
The people out there are in a Babylon. Tribal war in a Babylon. The people out there, oh yeah. The people out there, oh yeah. The barber man no like the dreadlocks man. The dreadlocks man no like the barber man no. The police man no like I dreadlocks man. The dreadlocks man no like the police man so. A war in a Babylon.
We're on the line, Mr. Max Gomez, 29 minutes after 9 o'clock. Max, we're going to just keep it locked in right there. Don't move. We're going to be taking a break and we're going to evolve very shortly. Max Romeo,
Yeah, man.
stay tuned.
Every night me go to sleep, me have wet dream. Every night me go to sleep, me have wet dream. Lie down, girl, make me push it up, lie down. Lie down, girl, make me push it up, lie down. Lie down, girl, make me push it up, lie down. Lie down, girl, let me push it up, lie down. You in your small corner, I stand in mine. Throw all the punch you want to, I can take them all. Lie down, girl, let me push it up, lie down. Lie down, girl. I'm on the go, I'm on the go. I'm on the go, I'm on the go.
You've been standing like that beside the radio all day. Haven't you heard about Styles FM on the go?
With Styles FM on the go, you can listen to your favorite programs by calling the USA number 213-992-4360. If you're in the UK, it's 020-3670-1330.
It's that easy? Wow! Styles FM on the go? I like it.
Want to create an exquisite home or office space? Let Everything Electrical be your home improvement retailer of choice. At Everything Electrical, we offer a wide selection of building materials, tools, and modern accessories. Our competent staff will guide you in making your investment meaningful by providing buying guides, installation services, and site visits. Visit us at any of our convenient locations, West Street, Port Antonio, and Morant Bay, St. Thomas. Call us at 715-6412 or 734-0817.
Planning a party, club night out, stage show, a gospel concert, or even a business sales event? Let Styles FM be a part of your promoting tool. Take advantage of our low-price promotion packages with commercials, interviews, giveaways, reviews, and much more. We have special offers when you mix and match and bundle your options. Contact us at 876-286-9216 or 439-5160. Styles FM for the most effective way to exploit your marketing dollar. For the best quality in sound reinforcement and backlining, Native Audio. We have professional engineers with over 20 years of experience. So call us and we'll take care of your parties, wedding receptions, barbecues, conferences, and small stage shows. Crystal clear sound, Native Audio. Our prices are the best. Call us at 871-5212. That's 871-5212. Native Audio. We make your events audible.
Styles FM with the Rootsman Earl Chin each and every Wednesday night from 9 to 12 o'clock. We let it just keep it natural and organic. Try to entertain you, inform you. Call it Entertainment Autopsy. We have been speaking with Mr. Max Romeo on the line. Before we get to Max, I just want to indicate to you that we have Mr. David Silver's Sister Vinette Price coming up, and also we have the entertainment wrapped up with Miss Jane Michelle. John in Maryland, how are you doing tonight? How is the weather up in Maryland? You don't have to answer me. I know it's very cold up there. Sister Carol, everything is copacetic and upland, right? Just keep it locked in. Stark, Mr. Raymond Shirley. Everything is good to go.
Want to big up all the crew in Philly. I know Philly is real chilly.
Oh man, Philly's always chilly. Did you see that
Jatty
game?
Jr.
Did you
is
see that game? But you know, we got the Super Bowl coming up
Oh,
in New York City. First time
Oh, ice
the
bowl.
Super Bowl is going to be conducted in New York City, and they're wondering if there's going to be any snow and what's happening.
You know New York is going to be chilly to the bones.
I just speak to Earl Jr. out of New York City and said it's about like 5 degrees
Oh,
up there right
man.
now.
Oh, the kicks go on easy.
Everything's going to be good to go. Mr. Max Romeo,
Back with you.
Yeah, man.
what has been the most embarrassing thing in your career so far? Like you ever go on stage and the people have never like when you start singing, or don't be ashamed to really share that with us. Because there's a human side to everything. Tell us your most embarrassing experience in your career.
I don't think I can remember that.
You put it behind you. You put that behind you.
Are you choosing not to acknowledge it, or you just ignore it?
Forget about it.
I've been on stage and people not responding because they get caught up in what I'm saying, that they just stand there amazed, but I've never been stoned or booed or anything in all my 50 years performing,
Max Romeo.
I don't know. I might be lucky. I don't know if I'm that good.
Max, check this out. Confirm this for me, right? I'm telling any artist in Jamaica, if you get an applause from Jamaican audience, you can go anywhere in the world
In other words, you're good
and
to go.
perform. You understand? Because Jamaican artists look at you and say, hey boy, come off of the stage. If you're not fire, you understand? Yeah.
If you
You dig me, I say?
If you
Yeah.
get response in London,
London rough like that too.
tougher than Jamaica for that. If you can rock a London crowd,
You rock it anywhere in the
you
world.
rock any crowd anywhere.
Max, when you were growing up, what other form of music did you enjoy listening to? Besides reggae music.
I listen to a wide selection of music. You'll be surprised on Sundays I listen to Mozart and Tchaikovsky.
Wow.
Oh, really?
And
Chilling out.
I listen a lot of rock and roll, old Elvis Presley's and Frank Sinatra's and things like that, because I can't tune my ear to what's happening, man. I can't take the book 24 hours in my bloody ears, man. So in order to escape that, I listen to Power 106, I'm sorry, with talk shows,
Tisana had a very good response in winning The Voice the other day. What's your take on that?
Say it again.
Tisan, right? Win the American music competition and the Voice. Right?
You notice you hardly even hear anything about her again. These wagonists, man. These bandwagonists. You suffer for years trying to make it, and as soon as you make it, you made it for Jamaica. Where was Jamaica when you're trying to make it?
No,
People put that girl down claiming that, she's professional. How come she's professional? I've never heard of her as a world traveler.
It would appear that
she was one of the most beautiful things ever happened. She proved a lot of hypocrites wrong. You see, and the whole nostalgic situation is being quenched now. You hardly hear about the girl, but she's good. She's one of the greatest.
I think she's very talented.
Very talented, very good. She's
beautiful voice.
She's better than good. She's excellent.
Excellent.
Yeah. Max, where's reggae music at this stage right now, as we speak? What would you see in the future for reggae music? We have the dancehall thing where a lot of negative, derogatory remarks or lyrics is being directed at the female or woman in general, and promiscuous lyrics. What's your take on that?
Reggae music might not be happening, a yard, but it's big and broad abroad. I can tell you that. I tour every year. I've been out there. I've been all over. And I can tell you, places, Slovakia, Slovenia, Croatia, Yugoslavia, Israel, Poland, these places, France, Germany, Italy, these places are booming with roots rock reggae. It's happening, man. It's just we out here, I don't know what happened. I think it's a plot, another plot, to destabilize the mind and ears of the youth and turns them all into monsters. You see, and now these hypocrites are trying to figure out what made the youth then so violent. Can't you remember back in Jacob Miller, Peter Tosh, Bob Marley, Max Romeo, Wailers, Gaylords, and these people? Can you remember when the theme was peace and love? When a youth would pass you in the road and say, peace and love, my brother. Now you can't say love to a youth and say you're a B-boy. Love. You can't love a man. You know, you can't say I love my brother anymore because you're branded as a B-boy. Yeah? So it's a lot of things that's wrong, Earl. Quite a lot.
Where do we go from here, Maxa? What's the solution you might recommend? Because I remember when certain reggae music used to sing against certain injustice, certain inequality, certain hypocrisy, and it's not happening anymore, or it's not being highlighted. Whether the radio stations are not playing it, or the videos, or the TV station, like, what's happening? Where do we go from here? Or do we try to bring music?
How to get the clock, the hands of the clock moving again? Right now it's stuck on 6:30. You know what happens
exactly.
when the hand of your clock of life stuck on 6:30? It's not going anywhere. Right now it's stuck on 6:30. I don't know what's gonna take to move them fingers of the clock again, but it's very in a dangerous situation right here.
But Max, check this out. If the artists, right, start making good reggae music, don't you think that can overcome some of this?
But
current thing what's going on?
But will we get the support? I mean,
that's the key.
Is bended like the avatar. You see, the ears of the people are bended. Can we get the support if we try to revive the thing? I don't know.
Okay, that's where the problem is then. Earplay.
Max.
Yeah, earplay. Yeah, I tell you what. You know what would work, but it's kind of draconic. It's like you would have to close down all these radio stations. Like, remember in the days when we only have two, RJR and JVC. I remember them days. You try to play a Max Romeo tune. There's a delegation of people who sit around a table and listen to lyrics for lyrics, and everything that I made was not fit for airplay. It's Michael Manley come and actually help us to start getting these messages back on the radio again. Maccabee version was banned.
Yeah, tell us about Maccabee version. Give us a cappella version about that.
Was banned then.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, Max.
Oh no, I might sound like a predictor of doom or nature. It's not that. I'm just looking at reality. Yeah.
Cassidy. Bring back Maccabee version. Max Romeo, tell us about that song. Tell us about how you had to write that song and what it was utilized. No, we're not getting to no political affiliation or association, but tell us about Maccabee version. What was it with the outcome of you writing that song and that song being utilized in the political campaign with the PNP party, and that you had to evolve on? Tell us about that incident.
It wasn't Maccabee version. They couldn't use that. Let Poor Fall and I was.
Oh, Let the Poor Fall and I. Yeah, tell us about that incident.
Maccabee version, when I did that song, even my friends were scared to stand beside me too long in the street. They said the church is going to kill me because it's a banned book. Not even the word was allowed to be used. And here I am blurting it out. So there are a lot of my friends who didn't even understand me on talking time. So Max Romeo, you must dead, the poor kill, you know. But I'm still here.
Still standing.
Still standing.
Okay.
But that was one of the first enlightening for the youth to learn of roots and culture. Because it was all about love and,
togetherness and all of that.
Yeah, the gun and punana culture, you know.
Okay, Max. Let the power fall on I now. Tell us about that. Or Mr. Manley used it in his political campaign.
Well, what happened is that it's the word power that caused them to use it. The campaign was power for the people and power, it was more like, so the song come now, let the power fall on I, and Michael Mann figured it was a good idea to use it as a slogan song, and it did work. It did work. It was a powerful song. It was just a chorus, but it was a powerful chorus,
Okay, Max, we're going to wrap it up. What's your take on the way Jamaica rests right now? Economically, politically, socially, criminality-wise, and investment.
Economically.
Totally. Just give us your take on the way. Is the country being progressive or, like what's happening? Let's be real. Keep it real now. What's your opinion on the present evolution of the government or the system or Jamaica development or growth?
Economically, it's a disaster. I don't want to get too political because my views is a little way out, But the whole thing right now is like Jamaica went back to kindergarten all over again. It's right back. If you listen, even in university right now, like Mr. Perkins used to call it intellectual ghetto. It is an intellectual ghetto because most of the university students, when they turn out, that if they haven't been to bloody kindergarten. So the whole thing, the political part of it, I'm not surprised because the word politics, when you abbreviate poly, people, ticks, parasite, put them together, people's parasite. So I'm not really actually surprised of the downtrend of leadership. This was expected, really.
Max Romeo.
I hope I answer all the questions there.
Max, we could continue. Tell us about your the third generation of your youths, Romanel, the group, two of your kids. Tell us. I heard they did an excellent performance at Rebel Salute the other night.
I'll tell you what, Earl, I'm a trendsetter that a lot of people don't pay much attention to because since I take my boys out on the road and bust them, I realize a lot of artists start beat them son to sing now.
Well, that's good. That's good. That's good.
And tour, and they was very successful. So you have to do the same. I even hear some producer is hunting down all of the artists, them kids, Delroy Wilson kid, Slim Smith kid, this kid, that kid. I feel so good to see that I set a trend. So the artists will pay attention to their children and try to put them in the business. That's when they drop out, the trend continue.
Yeah, that just strengthens the thing, Max. You understand?
Yeah, but however, at the same time, don't force them to do what they do not want to do. Don't force them to say, well,
no, you can't force them.
They got to do it
my
naturally.
boys was born with it. I didn't tell them nothing.
No, I'm not referring to you. I'm talking about Max Romeo. Max Romeo, you and I could continue this conversation endlessly, but it was a pleasure, right? And thank you for your time. You look the youth, them and the kids them in New York and everything. Mama's word, blessed love. Mr. Max Romeo, entertainment, autopsy with the Rootsman, Earl Chin. Each and every Wednesday night from 9 to 10.
Always my pleasure to speak to Jamaica people. I hope they wake up one day with sense.
Blessed love.
Max Romeo, I want you to give me a drop. This is Max Romeo, and I listen to the Rootsman and Styles FM.
Okay.
This is, give me a couple. Uptown babies don't cry. This is Max Romeo, and I listen to Styles FM with the Rootsman Earl Chin. Give it to me.
Styles what?
Uptown babies don't cry. This is Max Romeo, and I listen to Styles FM with the Rootsman.
They don't know what suffering is like. They have mommies and daddies. Yeah, this is Max Romeo, and I listen to Rootsman Earl Chin. Yo, Earl, you're the greatest. Tell them the truth, my brethren.
Max Romeo, blessed love. We speak after you very shortly. 10 minutes before.
Rastafari reign forever, man. Give thanks and let love stand.
Thank you very much, Mr. Max Romeo, one of the pioneers of reggae music, entertainment, autopsy. Keep it locked in. Cassidy.
This is a message to all you turn back Rastas. Take the power for Nazarene, and no more razor shall go
Max Romeo, you know I produced this song, from the album Holding Out Your Love to Me with Keith Richards featuring on guitar. Max Romeo, take the bow up for Nazarene, the Roots Man.
This is a message to all you turn back rastas. Take the power for Nazarene, and no more razor shall go upon I hill. No barber razor on my head, no scissor on my head, no comb on my head, no razor blade. The heavens declare the glory of Jah. The firmament showeth his handiwork. Uttereth speech, night after night, showeth knowledge. There is no speech, no language, where your voice is not heard. Gentiles prepare for war. Israel prepare to meet Jah every time. Oh yeah.
Entertainment Autopsy, yours truly, Jati, the reggae ambassador, alongside Roots Man Earl Chin. We do this each and every Wednesday night from 9 until midnight. Just hang in there. 53144. That's the magic number in the studio, okay? This is our new feature each and every Wednesday. Entertainment Roundup. We have a beautiful, I wouldn't even go no further, but just say, Jane Mitchell. Hit it.
Thank you so much, Jati. So I'm your co-host, Jane Michelle, with the Entertainment Roundup. So this is what happened last week. Reggae royalty Ziggy Marley, son of Robert Nesta Marley, has won the Grammy for the Best Reggae Album at the 56th Annual Grammy Awards. How awesome is that? Ziggy won his second Best Reggae Album for his live in concert set, which is a 14-track album, a recording of his 2012 world tour. So you can imagine how awesome that tour must have been. Other contenders in the category included Beres Hammond for his One Love, One Life album and Sizzler's The Messiah, both BP records. You also have the Big Bad Sly and Robbie and the Jam Masters with Reggae Connection. And last but not least, Snoop Lion's Reincarnated album. And most of you may be aware that Snoop Dogg, aka Snoop Lion, came to Jamaica and he did a whole reggae album, and that was called Reincarnated. Of course, last weekend, Ocherius came alive with Ninja Man's birthday bash. Hundreds of patrons and supporters flooded Turtle River Park for the star-studded lineup. Listen, there was no park, you couldn't find parking anywhere in that vicinity. Music lovers from across the island as well as overseas were treated to the likes of Bounty Killer and Capleton, who had hands, rags, and flags waving. You also have the First Lady of Dancehall, The Angel, who delivered a stellar performance and had the crowd in a frenzy. Of course, you have Itana, the strong one. Every single person in Turtle River Park was singing along to her songs. The great majority of the dancehall fraternity graced the stage to celebrate with Ninja Man, and the man of the moment himself made the show a total success, with many partygoers claiming that it was money well spent. Of course, listeners, you know that next month is Black History Month, and we have an exciting month ahead, so make sure you keep it locked to Entertainment Autopsy with the Roots Man Earl Chin, and of course, Jati. Many musical greats celebrate birthdays in February, including the legend himself, Bob Marley, and the Rootsman Earl Chin will be playing some special Bob interviews from his archives, so you have to stick and stay every Wednesday. Styles FM 96.1. And before I go, let me just say a big shout out to Trooper from Rebel Squad, Joanne Vincent Burnett from Baltimore, and of course, big up to the Ajax crew from New York. Man like Carl Green, aka Tingy, Victor, aka Bertra, and Mikey, the technician, and of course, our resident entertainment autopsy DJ Facebook, you large.
Thank you very much, Jane. Excellent job, the Rootsman. 9 minutes before 10 o'clock, evolved right up until 12 o'clock, as James just previously indicated to you, each and every Wednesday night from 9 to 12 o'clock. Everything is going to. What we have up next? David Silver? Huh? Oh, the song of. Oh, you just keep putting layers and layers on entertainment Autopsy. So this week we have the song of the week. Tell us about the song of the week now. I think you got Ziggy Marley. Hey, come in, Jane.
Okay, so our song of the week feature comes from the Grammy winner himself, Mr. Ziggy Marley. And this song is called Love Is My Religion. It's a very powerful song and also the title of Ziggy's second solo album. Love Is My Religion was released on his independent record company, Tough Gong, worldwide. The album won a Grammy Award for Best Reggae Album, making it Ziggy's fourth Grammy win. Song of the week, Love Is My Religion. Check it.
Love is my religion. Love is my religion. I'll take you to the temple tonight. All my days I've been searching.
And of course, you know that the last interview that was conducted with Mr. Bob Marley himself was done by the rootsman Earl Chin. And he has a legacy that he's going to be showcasing coming up next month, Black History Month. Stick and stay. It's Entertainment Autopsy. Love Is My Religion. Ziggy Marley. Big up yourself.
Love is my religion. Love is my religion. I'll take you to the temple tonight. All my days I've been searching to find out what
DJ Cassidy, you know when music nights have to play it twice, right?
love is my religion. Love is my religion. I'll take you to the temple tonight. All my days I've been searching to find out what this life is worth. Through the books and battles of time, I've made up my mind. I don't condemn, I don't convert.
I remember when Ziggy was a youth, you know what I'm saying? He used to be up by Oak Road with his dad, Robert Nestor Marley. Love is my religion. Why can't we just share that and manifest and conduct our behavior in that manner? The Rootsman Entertainment Autopsy. Mr. Darian, how are you doing? Blessed love. Feel good about yourself. Fire. From Fire Bar and Grill. Everything is copacetic and upful and bright. Just keep it locked in each and every Wednesday night from 9 to 12 o'clock on Entertainment Autopsy. And also Mr. White up there in Chelsea, just positive vibes. Harry up there in Crossroad, Blossom in Silk River. Irrespective of your pigmentation, your ethnic composition, your geographical location, Styles FM is your permanent location. Music, Ziggy Marley, love is our religion. I and our religion. Feel good about yourself.
Free spirits have to soar. With you I share the gift. The gift that we now know. Oh, love is my religion. 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 I say you can take it.
And before we go to our next break, I'm going to share another of Ziggy's song with you, and this one is called Tomorrow's People. But let me just share something with you about Ziggy. Some of his most popular singles include True to Myself, Drive, People Get Ready, and his hit single Tomorrow People. And that comes from his Conscious Party album, which reached number 39 on the Billboard Hot 100. That is Ziggy Marley, Tomorrow People.
Styles.
gone so long. If there is no love in your heart, so sorry, then there is no hope for you. True, true. Tomorrow, people, where is your best? Tomorrow, people, how long will you last? Come on. Tomorrow, people, where is your best? Tomorrow, people, how long will you last? 10 years. So you're in the air, but you still don't have a thing to spare. You're flying high while we're on the low. Tomorrow, people, where is your best? Tomorrow, people, how long will you last? Tell me now. Tomorrow, people, where is your best? Nowhere. Tomorrow, people, how long will you last? 10 years.
Hey, party fans, what's up?
What's up in the club?
Up in the club, the event and venue bulletin board only on Styles FM, where you can expose your hotspot venue and upcoming events. On the program Saturday Frenzy at 3 p.m. Every Saturday.
Every Saturday?
Yes, I mean every Saturday. For more info, call
286-9216. That's 286-9216. Up in the Club is sponsored by Zilla's Nightclub and Sports Lounge, Bridge Street, Port Antonio.
Architects, draftsmen, and surveyors, get your drawings printed in high-quality professional standards. We can satisfy your printing needs. Whether it is for presentation to your clients or for submitting building and subdivision application, make it VJ Printing Services. Whether drawing by hand or with computer-aided softwares, we will plot your negatives and print the copies as you need. We do high-quality white paper printing that is water-resistant and never fades, unlike traditional blueprint. For more information, call VJ Printing at 893-2266.
With Styles FM on the go, you can listen to your favorite programs by calling the USA number 213-992-4360. If you're in the UK, it's 020-3670-1330. Portlanders, Acan Auto Technology, located at 33 Bomber Crescent, Port Antonio. Visit us for all your auto repair and servicing. We offer computerized wheel alignment, computerized wheel balancing, suspension checks, AC repair, inspection, and all your auto repair needs. For complete auto repair and service, visit or call Acan Auto Technology today at 715-5205. And remember, we are located at 33 Bomber Crescent.
Entertainment Autopsy. Beautiful night. Broadcasting live out of Port Antonio, Eastern Jamaica, right? It's about 75 degrees and everything is copacetic. So all my diaspora audience, I will transcend and aestheticalize, or really copaceticalize the warm weather from Port Antonio, Portland, most beautiful parish in Jamaica. Everybody's going to say, why you being so biased, man?
Talking about that.
Because you're born in Portland, Portland.
Talking about that, I want to say massive respect to crews down at St. Margaret's Bay, Oak Bay, Orange Bay, Buff Bay, Anato Bay, Long Bay. Also want to reach out to all the massive in Philadelphia, Jati Junior, Ras Professor, go on easy. Wilmington, Delaware crew, you know you go. So Camden, massive, big up. Bliney, Ari, right here in Prospect, just go on easy.
So what about Eastern Portland? Like
I just hit it, man. That's a long
You went up to Mashing. Oh, you went by Mashing. What about Excel's River?
Go ahead, you got it.
What?
Portland is so beautiful, man. We got to send out all kind of big ups to the people of Portland, parish of Portland.
My first son, mother is from Hector's River.
You know, that's where you come from.
Happy Grove School, you know what I'm saying?
That's where you come
Andre,
from.
who's listening in South Florida, my first youth. Earl
Big
Jr. in
up.
New York said everything good. We have Mr. David Silver on the line. You know, everybody's wondering, who's David Silver? Why is David Silver
On the show
qualified
tonight.
to be on? Okay, let me tell you who's David Silver now. David Silver is the man who started the first talk show in the old genre of talk show industry. right? Before there was Oprah Winfrey, there was David Silver out of Boston University. David Silver is a British man, came to America in Boston, was one of the biggest professor of the English language in Boston or the University of Massachusetts, right? But then David say, I think he was. I think David did the last interview with the Honorable Mr. Malcolm X. That's where far David is coming from. When I started doing reggae TV in New York City, David, I didn't know a thing about reggae music and television. I mean television, and David was my mentor. But before that, no, David came to Jamaica and he did a thing when they shot Bob Marley. And I think it was the One Love or the the One Love concert. And David came down with a camera crew. And I think your camera crew was the only person who captured that event. I think they shot Bob Marley a couple of days before by Hope Road while he was rehearsing. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm giving you a reason why David Silver is qualified to be an entertainment artist, right? Besides being an Earl mentor. David also is responsible for producing a movie or a documentary with the Beatles. You know, the Beatles are Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr were big on the Grammys the other night, but David is the man who is responsible for producing the most complete documentary about the Beatles. It's called The Complete Beatles. David Silver, welcome to Rockers, the Roots Man and Entertainment.
It's so nice to hear your voice, Earl. Really.
How are you?
I'm excellent, man. I'm excellent. I've been listening to the show tonight, and it was great to hear Maxie, our old friend Max Romeo, talking and getting always the love he deserves for his genius. He's one of the original geniuses. That's all I can say. But anyway, it's a great show, man. I'm enjoying it. I'm so honored to be on it, Earl. Honestly.
How's the weather in New York City?
It is, well, it's sort of like living in the Arctic, in the North Pole. But we've got better houses. But it is, I don't even know what the temperature is anymore. We're all just inured to the fact that it's completely freezing.
They're having the Super Bowl in New York City for the very first time. And they're predicting unpredictable weather.
We will see. Earl, I could tell you that the Smile Jamaica concert was the one I went to when just 2 days before there was an attempted assassination attempt on Bob. And so it was called Smile Jamaica. One Love was the other thing. But I was down there with the crew and with Perry Hensel, who directed Harder They Come, and Perry and I co-directed the film Smile Jamaica. And do you want me to talk about that, Earl?
Yes,
please give me some details. Because one of my curious questions, how did you happen to be such a visionary to find that it would be relevant to bring a film crew down to record or film an event like that?
Well, briefly put, in 1976, I was still a producer at Channel 13 and doing experimental television for PBS. But someone saw the work I did and asked me if I'd be interested in working with reggae music, just out of the blue. And really. And I said, yeah. So we started making films, and I made the first film with Peter Tosh, with the great Peter Tosh band with Sly and Robbie and Donald Kinsey and Al Anderson at the Beacon Theater in New York City in 1975. And it was just a fantastic experience, and of course Tosh was amazing. And about 6 months after that, I got a phone call from Don Taylor, who was Bob Marley's manager, asking me if I'd meet him in a hotel in New York, and I did. And I met with him, and he said, I've come across this video of Peter Tosh, and what do you think you're doing, making a movie about Peter Tosh, and you should be working with Bob? That's an exact, pretty much what Don said to me. I said, well, I'd love to work with Bob, but I never thought we could do that. And he said, oh, yes. And he quickly ran down the Smile Jamaica concert, which was to be on December 5th, 1976, and asked us to get together a crew to do it. And I was so completely blown away and honored that we got it together. And there was very little money to do anything like this at that time, but we got a great crew together, two great camera operators, Carl Colby and Frederick Bocchetti. And we went to, Kingston, and we were very excited. The details are that in the drive from Norman Manley Airport to the Sheraton, we were all so excited in the Volkswagen van that we were in being in Jamaica and being able to shoot a Bob Marley concert. We were just ecstatic. And then we got to the hotel, the Sheraton, and as I got in there was a message for me, and it said that Mr. Blackwell, Chris Blackwell, would like to see me in his suite. So I went up there with the crew, and we met with Chris Blackwell. And in the room with Chris, there were about 30 or 40 friends of his, all Jamaican, most Rasta, not all. And it was a very convivial atmosphere. And Chris proceeded to go over the contract, which we'd written about the shooting the whalers. And he X'd out most of it, and we knew he would, but he was kind of gentlemanly about it. And then in the middle of the discussion about the contract, the phone rang, and one of the Rasta brothers answered the phone and dropped the phone. And Chris Blackwell said, "What's the matter?" and picked up the phone. He picked it up, and he'd heard then at that moment that there'd been a shooting incident at Hope Road at Bob's house, and could he get over there? And they weren't sure if Bob was going to live, but whether Rita had been shot, but certainly Don Taylor had been shot. And we just...
Rita Marley was
Chris just repeated it over the phone as we were sitting there. I'd been in his room about tops 10 minutes at this point. And so then everybody scattered. Perry Hensel and myself, we all went to my hotel room and waited for what was going on, and we quickly found out that Bob had actually been taking bullets. Don had taken 5 bullets, and Rita had taken a head wound of some kind. And of course, we were completely freaked out, didn't know what to do. It was like surreal, like a nightmare. And so we stayed in the hotel, but we happened to have a walkie-talkie system with us in order to communicate when we were shooting the concert at National Hero Stadium. And so, strangely enough, Bob Marley called the Sheraton and said that he was fleeing up to the Blue Mountains, but could we give him one half of the walkie-talkie system so he could communicate with us, because there were no phones available. He had to flee because he felt that they were going to chase him. So he went up into the mountains, and we gave him half of our walkie-talkie, and we kept the other half open. So often, Robert Nesta Marley would call us on the phone and tell us what he was going to do, that he probably was not going to do the concert, the Smile Jamaica concert. And we could understand why. At that point, we just holed up in the hotel. There were Jamaican army troops outside the hotel at all times, and we were not allowed to leave. 2 days later, Bob Marley called us. I took the call, and I actually have this on tape, and said, "I've decided to do the concert, man." And he just said that. He said, "You'll know what to do. We'll come via the Sheraton, and you'll know. Well, you'll follow us." So that happened, and it was on, I guess, a Sunday night, and we followed in our cars, Bob Marley's car, and went to the stadium. And I ran on the stadium, on the stage, up these little steps. Just following Bob with Freddie and Carl to shoot. And then we got on the stage, and there were troops on the stage, many of them, in army uniforms. A good part of the band Third World, and some of the Wailers, and a lot of drummers. And there were, I don't know, between 50 and 80,000 people there. And we got on, and we were setting up our camera, and the crowd was roaring, because Bob was on there, and then he turned to me and said, "Everything I do, you shoot." And I said, "How close can I get, Bob?" He said, "Man, you get close, man, right next to me." I said, "Okay." And I said, "Thank you." And this is all going on with these 70,000 people screaming. And then he looked at me and he smiled and he put his hand on my shoulder and he said, "No, man, not so good, If they shoot me, they shoot you too." So, I was a bit sobered by that, Earl. It was like, oh, my goodness. The fact of the matter was that it was a great triumph because the concert was the most beautiful thing imaginable. And after a very short time, my crew and myself, and we were nervous, there was not enough light because Bob didn't want too much light on him for obvious reasons.
Tell us about the emotion or the spiritual vibes or the energy that was radiating. Because, Beverly Manley was on stage. It was like, matter of fact, most of Bob band was not there, right? It was like Cat Core and some other people who was.
No, they weren't there, Earl. No, because they couldn't even communicate with them that it was going to happen, and they were freaked out too. Everybody was, But the atmosphere on the concert was immediately peaceful. And I'll never forget it. It was a big turning point in my personal life because I was, a bit nervous up there. I didn't know everything. And I didn't know Jamaica, but I just knew that I had to be there in 1976, December 5th. And I'll tell you what he did, what songs he did, in this order. He did War, No More Trouble, Get Up, Stand Up, Crazy Bald Head, Positive Vibration, Smile Jamaica, Rat Race, Trenchtown Rock, Keep On Moving, Want More, Then Bellyful, Jah Live, Rastaman Chant, Rebel Music, and he ended with So Jah Say. It was astonishing to be just at all times about 4 feet away from Bob as he was singing, and to feel eventually the quietness of the crowd. Norman Manley and Edward Seaga were both sitting on the roof of a...
Tell us about that. Tell us about that,
Mr. Point of the Smile
Mr.
Jamaica.
Seaga had Mr. Manley.
Yeah, man, Earl, it was brought up by whomever, not by Bob, but by other people and then Bob, about let's do a Smile Jamaica concert, because there was an election that December in Jamaica between Seaga and Manley. And as we all know, there's a lot of violence around at that time around elections in Jamaica because of turf wars and so forth. And it was a very good thing that Michael Manley and Ed Seaga would do this together to show unity. And that's what it was for. And, of course, an awful thing happened with the shooting. However, the concert was a thing of beauty. It was so peaceful and electric and fabulous. Bob at one point lifted his shirt up a little from the side and showed the little stitches and scar where the bullet had scathed his side, not far from his rib cage. And I was just so blown away by the whole thing because I felt so beautiful up there. I felt it was a peak experience in my life, never to be equaled.
Well documented, Mr. David Silver. Tell us about working with Paul McCartney, John Lennon, Ringo Starr, and what's the other one name? You did a documentary.
John, yeah, I worked, basically, I wrote the film The Complete Beatles, which was a first official documentary about the Beatles, with the rights being released by EMI and Apple, the Beatles company. And we got all those songs. It was the very first one. And it was 20 years ago. Sorry, it was 30 years ago. And we went to #1 twice on the Billboard charts. And it's a great film if you can find it. I didn't really... And then I worked quite extensively with Ringo in the year 1999, I guess it was, when Ringo made an album and I made a film about him making the album. So I worked with Ringo. And then I collaborated with McCartney on an album with... Allen Ginsberg, the poet, and McCartney playing all the instruments on it. So, yeah, I was very connected in that sense with the Beatles. But the Beatles, it's 50 years ago this week since they appeared on Ed Sullivan, and they affected everybody. But they were the first ones to admit that they were affected by, the great tradition of American rhythm and blues music.
Okay.
So, the Beatles were world changers, as was Bob Marley, as was Bob Dylan, they were world changers. I'm really pleased that I was able to do this film about them because my family's from Liverpool and Manchester, so it made sense.
Yeah, your football team is not doing too well this year, Liverpool.
Don't go into that.
Speaking of David, we could continue this conversation. Presently, what are you doing? You're my mentor. When I started doing Rockers TV, when we did the first interview with Gregory Isaac, when I started Rockers TV initially, we're going to be launching the website, Rockers TV website, very shortly. And you were my mentor. I didn't know nothing about TV at that time, you know what I'm saying? But David, thanks for your information. It was a pleasure. We're going to bring you back because you have such invaluable information that we need to share with our audience, whether you're in the diaspora or whatever.
Love to do it.
Okay? David Silver, ladies and gentlemen. Give me a drop. I'm David Silver, and I listen to the Rootsman and Styles FM. Say that.
I'm David Silver, and I listen to the Rootsman on stylesfm.com if it's internet. Just listen to it because it's the real thing. It's organic, it's fun, and it's serious, and it's Earl Chin.
David Silver, thank you very much. Blessed love. Be evolved.
My pleasure. Speak to you later, Earl.
Each and every Wednesday night. 20 minutes after 10 o'clock. This is one of the songs that Bob Marley performed a couple of nights after he got shot in the Smile Jamaica concert. Robert Nesta Marley. Robert Nesta Marley. 20 minutes after 10 o'clock, entertainment autopsy with the roots man Earl each and Wednesday night from 9 to 12 o'clock. Irrespective of your geographical location, your pigmentation, or your ethnic composition. If you're in Swift River, or in New York City, or in South Florida, you're welcome to our congregation because we entertain, educate, and co-facilitate your state of disposition to make you feel good about yourself. Right, Cassidy? Facebook, it's all in you, man.
Doing all the good music scene. Up next, we have the one and only Mr. Cableton, brand new from the Humble Camp stable. Thank you, Jah. Also, want to reach out to the ambassador with the shop, Charmaine. She's over there in Canada, listening via the internet. You understand? Massive respect to each and every one right now. What's up?
You make I live to see ya now. The day is still going strong. Thank you, Jah. You make I live to see so many. And remember where I'm coming from. Alright, Jah bless I with the blessing and the empowerment. Jah thank you for the energy and thank you for the strength. You bless I from the essence of life with excellence. With self-determination, bless I with the confidence. Humility and tolerance with the diligence. Be against them want to fight, but them can't jump over my fence. Me tell them figure pence. No one them in our presence. Rastafari is the ultimate. Today we live. Thank you, Jah. To make us riches. To see society. But they don't know what it's like. Thank you, Jah. What it's really like to face real ghetto pain, to face real ghetto pressure, to face real ghetto pain, to face real ghetto pressure. On and on we go, our heads we try to uphold, our brothers turn to crime, killing each other for a dime. While the oppressor says that turning to politics is the only way, we face real ghetto pain, we face real ghetto pressure, we face real ghetto pain, we face real ghetto pressure. One day the table will turn to all men
dirty Babylon a berry. Cool as a breeze on your flow. So Irie and Mary, to perfection life trees grow. Sip life up and trendy. Rastafari never go low. Fire burn, cannibal dreaded. Blood shedding more and more. I still get a fight though I'm living pure. See war and crime, let us collaborate. Mankind get vile, they have no love no more. Tell them till it's hard, yet them still ignore. Rastafari is life and of this I'm sure. Fire red flames hotter than before. Burn them complete from crust to core. Life seeds I sow. Pound dirty Babylon a berry. As cool as a breeze that you
Them not build great man, them only kill great man. Babylon be still a no underrated man. Some a bad Satan no work for corruption. Can't let them overcome, yeah. Them not build great man, them only kill great man. Babylon be still a no underrated man. Some a bad Satan no work for corruption. Can't let them overcome, yeah. But Molly Peter Church, you Mandel free item a song. Nitty-gritty Papa Richie, yeah. Can't let them get you down with iniquity. Country and town in a pretty. Mankind will take your crown cause them living shitty. I lucky things are rasta and a licky licky. Babylon can't use the sweet and tricky, yeah. No, yeah. Them not build great man, them only kill great man. Babylon be still and no underrated man. Some of us time I like to let you know. Them not build great man, them only kill great man. Babylon be still and no underrated man. Some are born Satan, same so them tan. All of them are work for
the more youth them kill, see another one rise and give Babylon a surprise. Bozai, 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 a Babylon I children cry. I pray for equal rights and justice for my people every day.
At this appointed time, I like to let you know we give thanks and praise unto the Most High Selassie. Whoa, cast away all your fears. Yeah, you don't worry, let me see you wipe your tears. Yeah, you know I love you. All my black people and all of my tops, all you little children and those women I love, they ain't gonna see us fall. They ain't gonna see us fall. Share all my riches and sing for my fans. Love Mama Africa, let me see your hands. They ain't gonna see us fall. They ain't gonna see us fall. Pleasant surprise, oh, they gon' stop me. Wow, with the youth that we're
all them black people that belong to Africa. So I say we're okay to get it on the hot. Yeah. Oh. Hey,
I've said this is my favorite music, but not tell no lie. Scene. So Facebook, all I'm pulling normally listen, just rewind the bridge from the top and come again. Scene.
Yes, Rasta. All them black people that belong to Africa. So I say we're okay to get it on the hot. Yeah. Oh. Hey, Kalangola, up on my African Gola, Kalangola, up in Shamalang, Gola, Kalangola. Me burn the fire from Babylon, not take no chat from Babylon. Cause a youth corrupt, you get a youth, we don't know wicked act, don't know Babylon. When me walk, I trample down Babylon. Talk and ride down Babylon. Who know what ways they have with your clams and plans. Won't come trapping the man, who no think, who no can come take Mama Africa from me again. from we again. True religion, you bomb down a Lebanon. Pick yourself and a blame Afghanistan. We do no tricks and cons, implement a plan. Then you go dig up Saddam. We see you a draw nearer and nearer. But the Isle mama got now go share ya. Oh, me nah get scared. We defend the square. Oh, Pasha Shama Longale. You no can come take from Africa, from we again. Who no think who no can come take from Africa, from we again. No, who no can come take from Africa, from we again. Who no think who no can come take from Africa, from we again. Them no like when we are dinner at the hills. Them want we stay up to pay them bills. When you think say you are saved little cabbage. Them alone account of the mills. It's an authentic.
Jaja from we again. No, sir. Entertainment Autopsy, yours truly, Jati, the reggae ambassador, alongside Earl Chin, the Roots Man, doing this each and every Wednesday from 9 p.m. until midnight. You understand? Internationally, 954-338-7979. And locally, just interact. Call us, let us know what's happening out there, all right? 453-1444. Musically. Earl Chin, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back on the flip side, so don't move our muscle. You understand? All right.
What's your pronunciation?
Facebook. You're nice, you know.
When it comes to filling a prescription, there's only one place that comes to mind. Supercare Pharmacy, 1 Bridge Street, Port Antonio. They offer 12% discounts on all prescriptions, have a truly friendly and caring staff. Not to mention, they have a wide range in household gifts and cosmetic care. And they're open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m., Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. And they offer the best prices in Port Antonio. And for your convenience, they're open Sundays, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., or call us at 715-5141. Supercare Pharmacy, the pharmacy that truly cares.
Join Sister P every Thursday morning on Styles FM 96.1 from 9 a.m. Sister P, giving you spiritual vibrations.
Do you sell $20,000 or more per week in phone cards? Do you want the best discounts available in the industry paired with the convenience and security of wireless technology? Then sign up to retail your phone cards, digital cards, and a wide range of other phone cards from Source Card Center's new wireless terminal. Wireless phone card machines are now available from Source Card Center. Come to the source. Source Card Center, 173 Mountain View Avenue, Kingston 6. Or call 978-3119. That's 978-3119.
Easily a be a Masagano, all praises due to the Almighty Creator. I am the original Roots Man, Earl Chin from Rockers TV. Want to welcome you, irrespective of your pigmentation, your ethnic composition, or your geographical origination, to Styles FM, each and every Wednesday night from 9 to 12 o'clock on Entertainment Autopsy. And we originate, we'll carry behind the scenes, we'll be entertaining, interviewing, or communicating with the major players in the music industry. Check it out, Earl Chin, the Roots Man. We originate, we do not duplicate, the number one in the universe, Styles FM.
Oh, what a beautiful night. Such exhilarating night. In beautiful company. Cassidy, it's just been and with Copa said a couple and bright vibes working with my producer over there, Miss Jane Michelle. Facebook, it's all good. Jati, the reggae ambassador. I want to thank Mass Romeo and who was shared his present with us. Sister Vinette Price, how are you doing? Or are you enjoying the cold weather in the diaspora of New York City? I know you. Vinette, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thanks. It's a beautiful night there, huh? It's a beautiful night here, too. How are you?
Yeah, it's about 75 degrees in East Portland or Port Antonio, down in Boundbrook.
Are you trying to brag or something?
No. I'm just asking what's the temperature in your part of town?
It doesn't matter what the temperature is, and I'm not going to tell you what the temperature is. It is hot. It is hot inside, and let me tell you, even outside, because in Times Square, there is a Super Bowl Boulevard. It's a 13-block fun area leading up to Times Square because, Sunday is the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
So there's this huge setup in Times Square, and thousands of people are out there, and to them it's like 96 degrees in the shade. So temperatures don't matter to us. It's just a number.
At Times Square, it's similar to when they're dropping the ball in the New Year's celebration, because I know everybody...
It's even bigger than that because the dropping of the ball is right around Times Square, right around 42nd Street to like 45th Street. But this thing that is happening now is from 37th Street all the way down to 47th Street.
For real?
It's just...
Yeah?
Yes, the streets are blocked off, and there's all kinds... Everything is free, and it's like a bazaar. It's just a fun area, and it's open today. And it's going to lead up right until Super Bowl Sunday. It's amazing. I mean, you have to log on and see what it's all about because that's the big buzz here.
Half of the people might be
Boulevard.
Half of the people might be from the security forces, eh? A lot of security.
Either that or and a lot of tourists.
Lots of tourists. Well, New York City.
New Yorkers are very blasé about anything. They just
nothing bothers our face, New York people, man. So who are you choosing for the Super Bowl? We don't have a New York team in the Super Bowl. We have the New Orleans Saints. No, I mean the Seattle
Broncos.
Seattle, and Denver Broncos. Who are you rooting for?
I'm not really a big football fan, but let me tell you something. There are so many Super Bowl parties started from yesterday. I mean, everybody is having a Super Bowl party.
Okay.
I'm going to a huge one with Layla Hathaway and Regina Bell and Valerie Simpson on Friday at the Apollo. But every night there is a huge one. The jazz community is having one. I haven't heard about any being sponsored by the reggae community. But you know something? I'm curious to hear what you have to say about the Grammys.
Well, I was just getting ready to come to that, because I think, I don't know how authentic that thing is, you know what I'm saying? Because some of the people that I think got the awards were really like those guys who dressed in the space suit from France. Do you think they were really justifiable to really win all those 5 awards or 4 awards?
I love that song.
Yeah, but I mean, okay.
I love the fact that, oh boy, now his name escapes me. The guy who really, from Chic.
Okay.
I mean, the whole music is his music. I mean, you could hear everything about it is his production from back in the day. And I think if it wasn't for him, the song might not have reached the level that it got to. And also Pharrell.
Pharrell did an excellent job. I think he stole the old Grammy, to be honest with you.
Yes. He's
with his Smokey Bear.
But I was asking you primarily about the reggae category.
I think Berry should have gotten it. Not only out of quality or creativity, but he's up against a Marley, because what Ziggy really captured it with is like it wasn't a new release. It was like a live album. You know what I'm saying? But I think Berry's, who is such one of that, they call him the Jamaica Frank Sinatra, the best crooner in reggae music right now, and yeah, not really. But again, but one of the things about it, they do not even present
something,
their
Earl,
knowledge.
I have not heard the Barris record, and while it may be a big hot record down in Jamaica, let me tell you something about the Marleys. They know how to market themselves.
The name Marley, what them name?
No, I'm just saying. I mean, yeah, but there is the Tasha and there's the Wailer, but they're not marketed the way the Marleys are. I turned on television to a PBS channel recently, and there is Ziggy's song, a theme song for a children's show. Children hear the song every single day.
Yeah, and the cartoon show. Yeah,
Marley song. Then you turn to the Africa channel. Ziggy has a reality TV show that's going on every single Friday, all over on the Africa channel. So they're very visible. Ziggy has an album that is coming out in April called Fly Away. I told you about it last week. That is already being pushed. I don't hear that kind of stuff from Sizzler or from Barris or any of those. I'm not familiar with their material.
Vinette.
So while it seems as if the Marleys have an edge on something, I think they work hard to get there.
No, they do have an edge. Let's be real now. But I'm all in favor of that because it's all about marketing, and their name is Marley.
They do have,
but they also have good products. They have good products too.
Not doing anything.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's not like they're just sitting back and just getting it. They're working all the time.
Yeah, but one of my favorite Ziggy songs we played the previous was "Love Is My Religion." You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But Ziggy's Ziggy is a hard-working kid. All of the Marley kids, even though people might think they're living on his legacy, but they're working.
It'll be interesting. Next year, it's going to be Ziggy and Stephen again because Ziggy's putting out his album in April, and so is Stephen. So it will be the same thing next year again for whoever is going to challenge the Marleys. So, you know, everybody does good work, but it's how you market your stuff. And
Jati here.
Outside and ask 10 people, you know, to pick who they know in the reggae category. I'm sure people wouldn't know half of those other names.
Vinette, Jati is here. The difference between Ziggy Marley and, say, Barry Simon and stuff like that, those guys get commercially played. Commercial play. You know what I'm saying? If you're not getting played on the commercial radio, there's no visibility. There's nothing at all.
That's what I'm saying. If people are not familiar with the music, it's not going to be voted.
Because I happen to be with one of the biggest outfits in America, Clear Channel. That's what I worked for years, Power 99 in Philadelphia. And if that record is not playing commercially, there's no visibility at all. Period.
Yeah, basically, what you're saying, Ziggy get played across the board.
Yeah, I mean, people hear about the
R&B station, the hip hop station.
Well, that's what I said before. I don't hear Barris' stuff. I don't listen to brokered radio. I don't listen to these
college radio.
Only here within a 10-mile radius. I just don't listen to
them. Yeah, the mainstream.
Yeah, you got to be mainstream, getting played on mainstream to be any part of what's happening, you know? So
okay,
that's the difference right there.
What's happening in the diaspora entertainment-wise, or what's upcoming? I get to understand Bruce Springsteen, or is it Bruce Springsteen going to be doing a monthly concert at Madison Square Garden?
No, that's
Billy Joel. Who's that?
Billy Joel.
Billy Joel.
No, he's Mr. New York. Oh, they've all sold out.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? Selling out 20,000 seats every single month for like 5 nights each month. It's amazing. And he's just going to go on and go on. But you know who is hoping to get sold out is a 3 The Hard Way reunion tour, which is featuring Josie Wales, Brigadier Jerry, and Charlie Chaplin. They announced that they're going to start touring in the springtime. The cities have not been announced yet, but I'll keep you posted on.
Brigadier Jerry, Josie Wales, and Charlie Chaplin. Oh, that's magnificent. That's like the magnificent three there. You know what I'm saying? So are they going to be touring with a band, or are they going to be working on tracks?
With a band. And you know,
really?
I haven't seen Brigadier Jerry in a long, long time. But I remember when I used to go to SOBs and places like that just to catch him, and he was just always on point.
Yeah. That's news to me, but that's going to be a very successful tour there. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Now, you know, Bob Marley's 69th birthday is coming up on February 6th, and SOBs is having the New Kingston Band is going to play a tribute to Bob Marley on that night.
That's Courtney Kids.
Yes, Courtney. Yeah. And guess how much they're charging for that date?
Surprise me.
Huh?
Surprise me with the numbers.
It's absolutely free.
I love that. Who's sponsoring it?
I guess it's
Burger King, McDonald's, or KFC, or Heineken, or the tourist board, or who is sponsoring it, or New York City.
None of those people. No, I think Squeeze is putting it on, but it's...
Oh, Squeeze, but enough said. Squeeze got his sponsor locked in already. Yeah, but that's very nice.
One love, and you can get in.
But, I mean, one show? Because, I mean, people can, SOB, you know, I used to keep a lot of events at SOB. It's only all about 700-800 people, unless they expand it, if that much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but, you know, when they have these Bob Marley tributes, the place is never sold out. I remember Roger Steffens used to do it every single year, but it was never sold out. So, and also over at BB King's, they're having that band Cannabis Cup.
Yeah.
Going to be performing the 18th annual Bob Marley birthday bash. It says, "Bring your tribe and share the vibe," and that's going to be at 8 p.m. But that's not free. That one you got to pay. That's in the middle of Times Square, so that's a bigger venue. And I'm sure that one is going to be sold out, though, because people support that.
Okay, Miss Bennett Price, I miss you. I miss New York City, but you'll see me when the weather gets more Jamaica style.
By the way, I'm sure you have friends in Atlanta. Do you see what's happening in Atlanta?
Oh, man, yeah. I have lots of friends in Atlanta.
Earl,
Yeah.
they got 2 inches of snow and the place is shut down. Amazing.
In Atlanta, of all places,
We
right?
had 2 inches last night, and I didn't even know it snowed. I mean, 2 inches is nothing. We're used to 12 inches.
Bennett, thank you very much. Keep warm. Say hello to your son. And keep it locked in on
And
Styles
I
event.
also say hello to my girlfriend, Desta, who is visiting from Ethiopia. She's here until
Oh,
next.
Destroy's in town?
I knew you would perk up.
Convey my state of copacetic lawful and bright vibes to her.
I will extend your salutation.
Mom is the word. Keep it locked in. 15 minutes
so much.
before 11
Right,
o'clock.
bye-bye.
Bennett Price, thank you very much. We talk off the record shortly, all right?
Anytime. Bye-bye.
All right? Okay. Blessed love. Miss Bennett Price out of New York City, our entertainment diaspora communicator out of the Big Apple. 15 minutes before 11 o'clock, we evolve right up until 12 o'clock each and every Wednesday night. The Roots, man. Keep it locked in. Feel good about yourself, because if you do not feel good about yourself, no one will feel good about yourself. And once you feel good about yourself, it's all good to go. You have no insecurity, no negativity, or no inferiority mentality. We're going to pick ourselves up off the ground right up until 12 o'clock. Mr. Peter Tosh, one of my good brethren, original Wailers, Cassidy.
Sitting in the morning sun and watching all the birds passing by. Oh, how sweet they sing, and oh, how much I wish that I could fly. And I tried, I said I tried. I really try, but I got to pick myself up, dust myself off, start all over again. I got to pick myself up and dust myself off, start all over. Sitting in the midday sun and wondering where my meal's coming from. After working so hard, not even piece of bread, I'm and I said I tried. Oh Lord, I tried. Said I tried, I really tried, but I got to pick myself up and dust myself off, start all over again. I got to pick myself up and dust myself off, I said, and I start all over. Sitting in the evening sun and watching the same birds passing by. Sitting there wondering and waiting for the time for me to fly. And I tried. try. Good Lord, I try. I really try. But I got to pick myself up and dust myself off and start all over again. I got to pick myself up over and over and dust myself off and start all over again. So long and not just fine. It was just a waste of time. So long and not just fine.
You got to pick yourself up off the ground and never say it's all over. Feel good about yourself, have a certain amount of self-assurance, and you can accomplish anything that you so desire. The Roots Man, Entertainment Autopsy. Each and every Wednesday night from 9 to 12 o'clock. Feel good about yourself. Cassidy, pick yourself up off the ground once again. My good brethren, Peter Tosh, original Bob Marley and the Wailers, along with Bunny Wailer, Peter Tosh, and Mr. Robert Nestor Marley. Check it out once again. Feel good about yourself. Cassidy.
I really try, but I got to pick myself up, dust myself off, start all over again. I got to pick myself up and dust myself off, start all over again. Sitting in the midday sun and wondering where my meal's going.
Peter Tosh along with Mr. Mick Jagger. Originally put together by Smokey Robinson. You're gonna walk and don't look back. But keep looking forward. The Roots Man, Entertainment Autopsy. Feel good about yourself.
There is no hiding place. Just your problems, no one else's problems. You just have to make. So if you just put your hand in mine, we're gonna leave all our troubles behind. We gonna walk and don't look back. Gonna walk and don't look back. Now if your first lover lets you down, there's something that can't done. Tell him what you're gonna do. Gonna hear your baby love. Remember what's been done. No, no. So if you just put your hand in mine, we're gonna leave all our troubles behind. We gonna walk and don't look back. Gonna walk and don't look back.
You're tuning to Entertainment Autopsy with the Roots Man, Earl Chin. And of course, you're listening to Peter Tosh and Mick Jagger. Walk and don't look back.
There is no hiding place. Just your problems, no one else's problems. You just have to make.
Mick Jagger, Peter Tosh. Originally put together by Smokey Robinson from the Miracles, Detroit, Motown. Metamorphosis. I hope I got the right Dr. Black. Come to you with each and every Friday night, or is it Friday night or Saturday morning? Or Cassidy, what's the schedule on that show? 9 to 12 on Friday nights? 9 to 12, just like Entertainment Autopsy. But check him out, because I do. And I educate and learn a lot from listening to the professor. Respect me, brethren. Sister P is also here on 9 to 1 on Tuesday. Thursday, Sister P, blessed good morning. How are you? Yes, Jati. Yeah, man, Mick Jagger is a person. No, beyond that now.
Yeah.
I used to work with, when Peter Tosh just signed with Rolling Stone Records, right? Peter Tosh did that song to really break out Peter Tosh. And Peter Tosh went on tour with Mick Jagger as one of his opening acts.
Yeah, I remember that
and
tour.
I was, Peter Tosh hired me as his press agent.
PR man.
PR man. Whenever we go in a new market or a new location,
Sure, man.
then I would coordinate the press interview. And Peter Tosh was a very sensitive person, and like you choose who would speak to and who would not speak to. But one of the things about it now was it's pure stadium. You know what I'm saying? Like 100,000 people. And one of the things that I experienced or learned from working with Peter Tosh and Mick Jagger, the Rolling Stone does not work for promoters. They hire promoters to promote their program and give them a percentage of the gross intake.
I understand, because
Mick Jagger, no one can hire the Rolling Stone to do a concert.
Because the company that I used to work with,
Yeah.
in Electric Factory,
Right.
that's how most of the major acts do the thing. They say, look, Electric Factory, I'm coming in there that date.
Right.
And they get like maybe a 1 or 2% just to coordinate and put on the whole show. That's it.
Okay, you see,
You're
what
right.
we were going to dissertate on, that's after the break, after we're going to continue, because you're not going to hold a dialogue about our experience in the music business. Entertainment Autopsy, the Roots One, Earl, along with Jati and Jane Mitchell, each and every Wednesday night from 9 to 12 o'clock. Keep it locked in. We're going to continue our evolute, our cope-sedicalize, our state of disposition. Feel good about yourself, Mr. Gray, Darian, and Mike. Rastafari, Xavier, Cassidy.
I'm on the go, I'm on the go. I'm on the go, I'm on the go.
You've been standing like that beside the radio all day. Haven't you heard about Styles FM on the go?
With Styles FM on the go, you can listen to your favorite programs by calling the USA number 213-992-4360. If you're in the UK, it's 020-3670-1330.
It's that easy? Wow! Styles FM on the go? I like it.
For the best quality in sound reinforcement and backlining, native audio, we have professional engineers with over 20 years of experience. So call us and we'll take care of your parties, wedding receptions, barbecues, conferences, and small stage shows. Crystal clear sound, native audio. Our prices are the best. Call us at 871-5212. That's 871-5212. Native audio. We make your events audible.
Don't be afraid to build. L&L Projects Limited offers construction and project management services to safeguard developers' investments in buildings and subdivisions of all types and size. We ensure that our clients locally or overseas receive value for money at each stage of the development process. Visit us at Shop 7B, Walker Plaza, Morant Bay, St. Thomas, or call 876-430-9592 or email
lnlprojectsltd@gmail.com.
L&L Projects Limited, experienced in making your construction dream a happy reality.
Planning a party, club night out, stage show, a gospel concert, or even a business sales event, let Styles FM be a part of your promoting tool. Take advantage of our low-priced promotion packages with commercials, interviews, giveaways, reviews, and much more. We have special offers when you mix and match and bundle your options. Contact us at 876-286-9216 or 439-5160. Styles FM for the most effective way to exploit your marketing dollar.
Mr. Brown, the work material done, you know. What me fi do?
Check Robinson's and Sons Hardware, man. Them have everything you need and more. They are at 18 West Palm Avenue, Port Antonio, Portland. Paints, nails, doors, everything to meet your hardware needs and much more. Call them at 993-9763 or 382-6209 and email them at sandarhardware@gmail.com.
Mr. Brown, me get everything we need quick and fast. Sure, maybe we could have just stopped the chatting so we could have done the work just as fast.
What was that, Johnny?
No, man. We just say Robinson and Son are going good.
Robinson's and Sons Hardware. We are always here to serve you.
Rastafari, live it and reign it. Who is Rastafari, the Almighty Creator? Some people call him Jah, some call him Jesus Christ, some call him Allah, some call him Buddha. But there's just one destination and there's just one Supreme Being. We just love the Supreme Being, the ultimate creator. You're in tune to the roots, man, Earl, and I originate, we do not duplicate. And one of our motto when you tune into entertainment autopsy, we cover the total state of the entertainment and education and motivating and stimulating and therapeuticalize your state of disposition each and every Wednesday night. How are you doing? Whatever your activity is consist of, I want you to do it positively and copacetically and upful and bright. What's up, Jati? We have...
It's just about 4 minutes after 11. Do this until 12 o'clock. International, we got a number 954-338-7979 if you want to, hit us up. Tell us what's happening, how you feeling, all that. Locally, 453-144. We want to hear from you. You understand? So go on, Earl Chin.
Okay, 5 minutes after 11 o'clock, we have some IT people out of South Florida who is working on a website. They have been telling us about this website for the last 2 or 3 weeks, so we want to get an update and find out what's the reality and what's the feasibility, because we keep spending our time with them each and every week. Mark, how are you doing? Good night. Pleasant good night to you. How are you?
Doing all right.
How is the weather in North Florida?
Well, they're kind of cool today.
We got to be in South Florida down in Fort Lauderdale, man. Anyway, what's up with the website, the Rockers TV Media?
Well, the website rockerstvmedia.com. It is in its early stage. We are working on...
Mark, you got to speak a little louder, man. Come on, give me some energy there, man. You're not speaking to your girlfriend, you speak to a global audience.
We are working on... Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't hear me better now?
Yeah, I'm hearing you a little better now.
Okay, yeah. Well, we are in the progress of editing up some clips, some exclusive interviews that we have with artists that are, most of them have probably been passed and gone, so we call them the dinosaur. So we have a lot of exclusive studio clips that we're going to be editing and putting on some clips on the website that you could only see on www.rockerstv.com.
Oh, I get to understand you got to be utilize some of the Earl and Rockers TV archives. Is that true?
Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. So we're editing out, little clips. And if you become a member of the website, you will be the first. You will get updated the first. And you will get to know exactly what the whole website is about. We are about promoting reggae music, Caribbean music, soca music, and we're letting it go worldwide.
Are you beside have it on the internet and the website, right? Are you going to be on Facebook, Twitter, and all of the mobile devices?
Yeah, we're going to be on all the top websites, which include YouTube and Facebook, website, Twitter. Yeah, we already working. All of that is in progress.
Okay. When can we expect a live launching date? I'm not pressuring you, but don't forecast unless you can meet your deadline. Is it another
We
week?
don't want to jump the gun, you know, and we're looking forward to maybe a good date to set maybe in June, and we'll also be having a tour in the summer. So, you know, if you want to join the tour, you can join the website and make us know, and we can include you also in the tour, which will be having some exclusive artists along.
Sound like you have something good going on there. Sound very original to me.
Well, the pot bubbling, so we don't want to make it overflow before it happens.
Okay, Mr. Mark White, thank you very much for your time. I'm anxious to see what you guys come up with because we have been anticipating and expecting it for a couple of weeks now, but we are not rushing you. So keep us abreast.
Well, all you have to do is check out the website, which is www.rockerstv.com, and you will see exactly what we're doing.
Okay, but we are not live yet. We are not live yet, so therefore, but it will. That's the new address, www.rockerstv.com, correct?
Yes, sir.
Enjoy the warm weather or the cold weather in North Florida.
All right.
Bless you, love. Thank you for your time. Mark White from rockerstv.com. Entertainment Autopsy, 10 minutes after 11 o'clock. We're going to keep on evolving. A good friend, Mr. Peter Tosh, once again. Legalize it.
Don't criticize it. Legalize it, yeah, yeah. And I will advertise it. Some call it tampy. Some call it the weed. Some call it marijuana. Yeah. Some of them call it ganja. Never mind, got to legalize it. And don't criticize it. Legalize it, yeah, yeah, and I will advertise it. Singers smoking and players of instrumental. Legalize it, yeah, yeah. That's the best thing you can do. Doctors smoking, nurses smoking, judges smoking, even the lawyer too. So you got to legalize it and don't criticize it. Legalize it, yeah, yeah, and I will advertise it. It's good for the food. Good for asthma.
brother by the name of Peter Tosh. I just told you about my experience with working with Peter Tosh and Mick Jagger. Needless for me to say, I also work with Bob Marley. Again, Black History Month is coming up in February. I'm going to be playing some interviews in fact, I did the last interview with Bob Marley. I'm going to be featuring segments of that interview. It's a video audio interview, but I'm going to share the audio with you. And then the second we're going to do Peter Tosh, and the third we're going to do Dennis Brown. And then next week we're going to do Burning Spear, some of the icons of reggae music. But Legalize It. This song was recorded about 1980 or earlier. And it becomes a reality because everything that Peter Tosh is saying about what marijuana does and what the proper healing qualities that it represents, we are just getting ready to acknowledge it. I'm saying? And right now, I don't know what's happening with Miss Simpson or the government of Jamaica, but taking them so long to legalize it because we are talking about foreign exchange. And when you legalize marijuana, it can be one of Jamaica's biggest foreign exchange, bigger than tourism. So I don't know. Formerly, Jamaica used to have a credibility of having the #1 ganja in the world. I don't know if that still stands, but it's up there in the top 5, right? Just like the Blue Mountain Coffee. So let's legalize ganja in Jamaica and let's bring in some foreign exchange. Come on, Miss Simpson, we're calling up on you to get the Parliament to approve legalizing ganja once again. Legalize it. Peter Tosh.
Don't criticize it. Legalize it, yeah, yeah. And I will advertise it. Some call it tampy. Some call it the weed. Some call it marijuana. Yeah. Some of them call it ganja. Never mind, got to legalize it. And don't criticize it. Legalize it, yeah, yeah, and I will advertise it. Singers smoking and players of instrumental. Legalize it, yeah, yeah. That's the best thing you can do. Doctors smoking, nurses smoking, judges smoking, even the lawyer too. So you got to legalize it. And don't criticize it. Legalize it, yeah, yeah. And I will advertise it. It's good for the food. Good for asthma.
advertising. Birds eating. Ants love it. Fowls eating.
Be careful where you leave a ganja now, you know, because the ants and the fowl might eat it up. You have some shout out, go on, make it quick.
I want to say a big shout out to Little Marshall and the Free School crew, and this greetings coming from Blacks. That is from William Street. And of course, let me say a big shout out to Behind the Red Door up there in Swift River. Big shout outs to Pam, shout outs to Alexandria Love, shout out to Star Caliber, and of course, big up yourself, Maximus.
Thank you, Miss Jane Michelle. Cassidy, everything is good. Legalize it and watch how you put it down, because the ants or the goat or everybody might want to consume it. You know, Peter Tosh recorded this song so many years ago, Jati, and it's all coming to manifestation or reality to really see the quality, the healing quality that this particular plant represents. You know what I'm saying? But one of the things, beside the healing quality and the herbal quality, because you know in the United States it has been legalized in several states.
Economic.
And the government is making a lot of money in the United States from the taxation, right? Just like when you buy a pack of cigarette, they put the GCT taxes on it. So you'd like to see, or we are requesting that the government of Jamaica see the validity of the healing properties and the economical benefits of what this can generate for foreign exchange for the country of Jamaica.
Earl,
What's your take on that?
Earl, you and I have lived in the States for many, many years, right? And all the tourists want to do when they come to Jamaica is just kick back, sunshine, go to the beach, relax, and just light up a Bob Marley.
I split them call it.
Yeah, but them don't want to come out here. I know so boy, when them come out here. The worst thing that them don't want that.
Yeah,
so government have some vision now and say this is happening and it's going to happen.
Right. Well, I think
Make a jump start.
Yeah.
And try just free up the thing.
You know, I went to Denmark and in Europe.
Oh man, I've been there too. Yeah.
You know, when you go in the cafes.
The police will tell you, say, boy, I go down and so and so and so to get the best weed. Yeah. And you them know, no? Give me a t-shirt.
The law enforcement authorities are directing you to the best cafe. It's like, which is the best bar to go to, or which club, or which is the best strip club to go to, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So now, but one of the things that I see that really can be an economical boom for Jamaica.
No doubt.
In terms of foreign exchange.
No doubt. This is it. This is it.
So do you see in the near future that the government of Jamaica, Ms. Simpson and your minister and your parliamentary organization, if you're listening, acknowledge what we are trying to indicate here. We want to get some poor people rich, legalize ganja in Jamaica.
And that's all it's about, man. That's
right?
it, period.
I get to understand the government of Canada came down here, one of the High Commissioner from Canada said Canada will buy it, all of the crops of Jamaica can grow. So what more? So you have a demand, you have a market, and everything is ready and good to go.
And everybody, you see, once you start uplift this man here and that man start get uplifted, everybody nice. You understand?
But are some of the conditions, because when we plant my field now, I have to spend up all night because so there's a
just like how them just raid the farm, them and sell the plant.
Every man want to raid the barn, but no man want to plant the car. Or it's going to be a complicated thing. But I think things can be conducted and legalized or legislated properly. You have something for me there, Jane? Huh? Or Bennett, Keisha, our entertainment copyright lawyer is on the phone, and each and every one tonight. Cassidy, Earl, Facebook, Jati. Want to say a very pleasant good night to Patrick, who's been very, very nice and copaceticalized his state at disposition. Irrespective of your location, just keep it positive. Cassidy.
Go to heaven, but nobody wants to die.
You got Keisha on the line? Keisha? Good night or good morning. How are you?
I am good, thank you. And you?
Whenever I hear your voice, I feel good about myself because I know I'm gonna get
That's
some.
good to hear.
I know I'm gonna get some good, positive information, right, Jati? Right? I'm not gonna ask you how's the weather in New York City.
No,
Because we
I
just,
think we just need to stop going there.
because we just got minute off the line, and I'm telling her we're broadcasting out of East Portland and Port Antonio, and I just tell her the temperature, and she said, "Oh, you rub it in, Earl." So I'm not
What
gonna.
is it? 96 degrees under the shade.
Exactly. We have to turn up our heater to feel as warm as you.
Just keep enjoying your beautiful cold weather. What you have in store for us, our copyright intellectual property lawyer? What's on the plate tonight?
Well, on my mind tonight is something I think everyone will find extremely interesting. Oftentimes, everyone has experienced either making a wedding video, exercise video, or people who have a dance troupe and they put music to it and put it on YouTube. Many people don't think about the implications of that or certain rights that they need to get to do that. And what that is called is essentially a master use license and a sync license that they would need to get from the owners of that music. You know about that, Earl?
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm learning from you. You're my intellectual property.
Okay. Okay, so basically, when music is put to any video
or any images,
film,
any images,
any media, right? Any image, it brings in these two licenses depending on how someone wants to use it. So I give you an example. I was speaking to a colleague of mine the other day, and one of their clients wanted to use a very popular song. Now, initially in an advertisement, initially they were thinking they would have the original song recording playing, but when they found out in order to do that they needed both a sync license and a mechanical license, it became extremely expensive because the sync license is one flat fee that you get from the publisher, but the master use license, you have to go to the actual owner of the master to get that. And if that is with a record label or a very popular artist, that can cost you several thousands into millions of dollars, depending on how popular that song is.
Right.
So that client, which was a major company, opted to just reproduce the music portion without using the original song recording because it was cost effective to do it in that manner. So they just got the sync license, which allows you to reproduce the music.
And you pay a mechanical for that rights.
Sorry?
You pay a mechanical rights to utilize it.
No. Well, the sync license, you have to go directly to the publisher for that. The mechanical rights is something a little different.
Okay. So distinguish between each other, the mechanical rights and the sync rights. Make a distinction or identify or separate each one of them or categorize them.
Okay. So the sync license, as I was saying, is given by the publisher, and it's from the person who composed the music, right? Who has given over their rights to. Sorry, hold on.
Speaking with Keisha Dixon, intellectual property rights lawyer and publishing and copyright lawyer. 25 minutes after 11 o'clock, we congregate Corpus Circle as our stated disposition with the Rootsman each and every Wednesday night. Entertainment Autopsy from 9 to 12 o'clock. Jati is also here with us. Jane Mitchell is also with us. Facebook is also with us. And we just keep it positive, right, Cassidy? Mr. Peter Tosh once again.
George,
keep it locked
Prophet,
in.
easy.
Hello?
Yes, Keisha. Are you still there?
Yes, sorry about that. Yes, I'm still here. Sorry about that. So yes, as I was saying, the difference between now the sync license and the mechanical license is that the mechanical license, you can actually get it without the express permission from the copyright holder.
Okay. So which one, do we need to get both entity approved before we utilize that product or that property?
If you want to just reproduce the music and not use the original master sound recording, meaning if you wanted Lady version, you would need both.
Okay.
You would need both the sync license and the master use license.
Okay, I got you, Keisha. Thank you very much for your information. Each and every week you give us some invaluable information. It was a pleasure. Enjoy the cold weather in New York City.
Keep rubbing that in.
Thank you. I'll be down there shortly to get the warmth.
Okay. You're welcome to Jamaica. Keisha Dixon, our intellectual copyright lawyer and expert, 27 minutes after 11 o'clock. The Roots Man. Cassidy is in the house. Facebook is in the house. We originate, we do not duplicate. Feel good about yourself.
Legalize it. Don't criticize it. Legalize it, yeah, yeah. And I will advertise it. Some call it tampy. Some call it the weed. Some call it marijuana. Yeah. Some of them call it
Calling up on the Parliament of Jamaica, Miss Portia Simpson. Legalize ganja in Jamaica, make Jamaica get enough foreign exchange and heal the world. The best ganja in the world, Jamaica ganja. Legalize it. Peter Tosh, the Roots Man, Entertainment, Autopsy. Feel good about it.
legalize it, yeah, yeah. And I will advertise it. Some call it tampy. Some call it the weed. Some call it marijuana. Yeah. Some of them call it ganja. Never mind, got to legalize it. And don't criticize it. Legalize it, yeah, yeah. And I will advertise it. Singers smoking and players of instrumental. Legalize it, yeah, yeah. That's the best thing you can do. Doctor smoking.
Stars FM, you're my number one.
Lumber, cement, steel, plyboard, plates, cups, shower curtain, sheet. Then this now go take me all day, man.
Daddy, mommy say I must go a business depot.
I need to find somewhere with ample parking space, gives discounts, does delivery, and has the most courteous staff.
Why, Daddy Duffy?
Yes, Builders Depot, right at Industrial Estate, Longwall in Barnes Bay. I call them at 715-3128 or 284-3337.
Because let me tell him, we got Builders Depot over there, so.
Check them out.
Builders Depot, once we need it, we have it.
Join Sister P every Thursday morning on Styles FM 96.1 from 9 a.m. Sister P, giving you spiritual vibrations.
Do you have have or are you seeking a place to rent? Seeking employment or have a job vacancy? Are you selling a car or having a garage sale? Then come see us. Let Styles do the advertising for you and you'll be on your way in no time. Contact us at 876-286-9216 or 439-5160. Advertising Style. Advertise with Styles.
Want to say a very pleasant good night or good morning, our Rastafari vibes to Nish, coming in out of the cold of New York City. Welcome to Swift River. Lisa, Open Sediclize your state of disposition, the Roots Man. Speaking of Georgia, you all right? Everything copacetic, the Roots Man, we congregate, we collaborate, we copaceticalize our state of disposition each and every Wednesday night from 9 to 12 o'clock. We call it Entertainment Autopsy. And you don't leave any grounds uncovered. We are speaking about legalizing marijuana or ganja or herb or, I don't know if you call it cannabis or call it what you want. But Peter Tosh tells us that it heals the nation. And Peter Tosh was indicating or informing us about the quality of ganja or herb or marijuana for such a long time. And we finally getting ourselves out of the colonial mentality, which convince us or indoctrinating us that marijuana is something that make you go crazy or make you act that way and make you go to other hard drugs. And it's total hypocrisy, misinformation. See? But true, we try to follow the European model or the American model. Well, I hope we get the right model and follow the footsteps of North America and America, where they have legalized it just about in all states. And the government or the states in America is making so much taxes and revenues from the legalization of ganja. Now, Jamaica ganja is one of the top 5 in the world, or used to be classified in that category, just like Blue Mountain coffee, right? It can be one of the biggest foreign exchange earning, bigger than tourism money that is coming. And tourism is one of our biggest industry, one of the biggest export or product that Jamaica have beside reggae music. So why is our parliament or Ms. Simpson taking so long to legalize it? The government of Canada sent a representative down there to indicate to Jamaica or to the law enforcement people or the politician, them said I'm willing to buy out all the ganja that Jamaica can produce. Can you imagine the foreign exchange? And like a man can go plant some ganja and send them kids go get good education. And what is going to be the chain reaction or the domino effect? You're going to reduce crime, but it might increase crime because man, I go want to come rear the barn who don't want to plant the car. So it's a yin and yang. But I don't know, what's your take on that, Jati?
Well, I think you're on the right track. You understand? I mean, I was watching CNN maybe about 2 months ago, and Dr. Gupta, he was a firm believer that all this hype about the healing properties of ganja was really all that. And he went and did some studies, and he came back a believer. You saw, I don't know how many people saw that interview. I mean, that's said there, but it was so revealing that I'm saying we have this ganja have so many properties that are good for I and I. But you want to call a man there in the urban and say, watch out. Who have just come from the eye man, you know, and say, well, it look like you have some kind of glaucoma or something like that. You know, man, you need to smoke some herb, man.
Okay. I was watching that thing on 60 Minutes, right? A Sunday program that comes on and in America and CBS. And there's this little 2-year-old kid. And she has like an epilepsy thing and like...
CNN.
And she just... They give her all kind of medication.
The doctor go up to thing.
And then they recommend that. And the parents move from the state they were living in to go up to Colorado, where it's legal to get the medical ganja.
Yeah, you know that guy
and no, she used to have like about 500 seizures a week. No, she's having like 1 or 2 a month.
The father,
you know what I'm saying?
The father for that child confessed because he's a straight military man. Mm-hmm. You couldn't tell him about
they were opposed to it initially.
And when them see what happened with his daughter, them said, big man, bring it on.
Jati is a testimonial to the healing quality, the economical benefit of legalizing the great healing remedy, marijuana, ganja. Peter Tosh, tell us more about it. Cassidy, feel good about it. Miss Portia Simpson, are you hearing me? Legalize ganja in Jamaica for the economical state of Jamaica development.
Don't criticize it. Legalize it, yeah, yeah. And I will advertise it. Some call it tampy. Some call it the weed. Some call it marijuana. Yeah. Some of them call it ganja. Never mind, got to legalize it. And don't criticize it. Legalize it, yeah, yeah, and I will advertise it. Singers smoking and players of instrumental.
That one goes out to the Parliament of Jamaica and Miss Portia Simpson. Blessed love. Facebook, Rootsman, Earl Chin. 20 minutes before 12 o'clock. Entertainment Autopsy. Feel good about yourself. Smoke some ganja if you're not feeling good about yourself.
Say them wrapped up, tied up in your love, just can't let it go. Yes, I'm wrapped up, tied up in your love, woman, and in your soul. Yes, I'm wrapped up, tied up in your love, and I just can't let it go. Yes, I'm wrapped up, tied up in your love, woman, I need your soul. I can understand, don't wanna play no game, but baby, I can confirm, I'm feeling the same. Every woman need assurance, every woman need guarantee. Just give me a chance and I will prove I'm no counterfeit. Say them wrapped up, tied up in your love, just can't let it go. Yes, I'm wrapped up, tied up in your love, woman, and in your soul. Yes, I'm wrapped up, tied up in your love, and I just can't let it go. In my garden, oh yeah, black, black roses in my garden. To keep and care it, you've got to water it. To keep and care it, you've got to water it. I've been traveling all over this world, yeah. I never see a black rose in no other garden. So you see, my garden is so special. Oh yeah. Black, black roses in my garden. Yeah. Black, black roses in my garden. Black, black roses in my garden. Black, black roses in my garden. To keep and care it, you've got to water it. position to maintain you. I'll make you think.
You're listening to DJ Facebook on the Entertainment Autopsy. Stick and stay. We're here until midnight.
I'll make you tingle with the light. Show you loving all the time. Whoa, whoa, well. I'm not in a position to maintain you the way that you're accustomed to. Can't take you out to fancy places like other fellas that I know can do. I'm only able to romance you and make you tingle with delight. Financially, I'm a pauper, but when it comes to loving, I'm alright. Alright, alright. Don't show me what your friends are wearing. I really don't want to see. Don't tell me what your friends are buying, 'cause money doesn't grow on trees. Tell me about the things that excite you and make you tingle with delight. Little darling, tell me where to hold and touch you, so when it comes to loving, I'm alright. Alright, I'm alright. Alright, I'm alright. You know there are things I can't buy you, girl, or drive you in a big fancy car. Whoa, 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 sailing, sailing. Say when I'm ready, you must hold on steady. We're moving off at lightning speed, yeah. Take a seat and wait till I'm ready. I'm coming, so hold on steady, yeah. Big ship sailing on the ocean. We don't need no commotion. Big ship sailing on the ocean. Whoa, whoa, yeah. Say big ship sailing on the ocean. Big ship sailing on the ocean. Whoa, whoa, yeah. There's a time when the sea gets rough, the wind is blowing and the fishes keep moving. What are you doing, Mr. Man? Sit down, hold on tight, get ready, 'cause we're sailing. Big ship sailing on the ocean. We don't need no commotion. Big ship sailing on the ocean. Get ready, 'cause we're moving. Big ship sailing on the ocean. Whoa, 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 yeah. Big ship sailing on the ocean. Whoa, yeah.
You're like a genie, and I'm into your spell. I heard him say that I'm crazy over you, girl. Lord, I cry both night and day, yeah. Don't know what to do. Right now, I'm ready.
Classical music and styles FM at the Rootsman Entertainment Autopsy. Mr. Greg Isaac along with Dennis Brown and Juna Delgado. Where else can you hear music in this style? Boy. I originate, we do not duplicate the roots man Earl Chin.
Lord, I cry but night and day, yeah. Don't know what to do.
And before we go, I want to say a quick shout out to the Ajax crew from New York. Man like Carl Green, aka Tingy, Victor, aka Bertra, and Mikey the technician. Of course, Trooper from Rebel Squad. I want to say a big shout out to Pam behind the red door of Swift River. Of course, Joan Vincent Burnett from Baltimore and Alexandra Love out of Kingston, Jamaica, as well as Star Caliber over there in Montego Bay. Large up yourself. Keep it locked to Styles FM. It's the entertainment autopsy with the roots man, Earl Chin.
Yes, coast to coast, pillar to post. I love you the most. No ifs, no buts, no maybe. Be mine, oh lady. I need to have you in my arms. Give you all my joys. Yes, be mine tonight. Yes, whoa, be mine tonight.
Now you won't miss right. Please help me make it through the night. Now we're closer together. You make me feel so much better. Now all the roses need the rain, I need you just the same. Baby, stop this pain. Come be mine tonight. Be mine tonight. You're like sugar in my coffee cup, yeah. Loving you, I won't give up. Whoa, no. Can't erase you from my mind, no. Come love me one more time.
Bang. Mr. Gregory Isaac alongside Dennis Brown and Juna Delgado.
Be mine.
Be mine tonight. Moving from one Dennis Brown, one Mr. right into a next Gregory Isaacs. Love is definitely overdue. It's Styles FM. Reggae Autopsy. Jachi the Reggae Ambassador alongside Rootsman Earl Chin. Do this each and every Wednesday night from 9 until midnight. So make it a date and don't be late. You understand what I'm saying? Earl Chin, what you say?
I said, XVR Massagano, all praises. Yeah, great. Want to thank Cassidy for his hospitality and Styles FM. And also our guest, Mr. Max Romeo, David Silver out of New York City, Bennett Price out of the Big Apple, Mark White out of North Florida, Keisha Dixon out of the Big Apple, my former big location. I live in New York City for over 40 years. When I went to New York City, I went on the banana boat. When I landed in New York City, Kennedy Airport never named Kennedy Airport, used to name Idlewild Airport. There was no Air Jamaica. There's only one airline, two airlines used to fly to out of Kingston, out of Norman Manley Airport. It was Pan American and BWIA. I literally went to New York City on the banana plane. The roots, man, each and every Wednesday night. Feel good about yourself. Facebook, let's keep on rocking us till we go out. Want to thank our producer, Dana. Thank you very much. Getting to like Portland, eh? Most beautiful parish in Jamaica. Portland. Everything is green. We love the rain. Feel good about yourself. Facebook.
I'm all alone.
the time when I started doing Rockers TV in New York City. Now, let me give you a little brief history about Rockers TV. Rockers TV, which was originated by yours truly, the Rootsman Urchin, was the first reggae video program in the analogy of reggae music, entertainment, in the media aspect, right? I started it in 1979. And the first guest that I did an interview with was with Gregory Isaac. He had an album out called Soon Forward. Is this track from Soon Forward album? No. Anyway, so I did that show. We used to cover like in the tri-state, New York City, New Jersey, Connecticut. And I did for like about 27 years out of New York City. So as a result of that, I possess one of the biggest reggae video catalog in the whole analogy of reggae music. Gregory Isaac was my first guest when I started that whole evolution.
Scene?
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, yeah, man. Right on. Hey? All right? Well, yeah, man. Run it.
Run it, Gregory Isaac. Facebook, The Rootsman Urchin. 5 minutes before 12 o'clock.
Earl, I just want to mention, of all the artists that I've worked with, we work with everybody. Starting from, you go in Barriston, Bounty Killer, Beanie Man. You name it, you understand?
You bring reggae music come up Philadelphia.
The whole entire
yeah.
US of A. See?
Yeah,
I'm the one that really put the reggae hip-hop thing on the map. Straight up. No doubt about that.
Connected.
Yes, man. Yeah, but what I'm saying though, Gregory Isaac is one of the most human bridging I've ever worked with. He's a man, when he come to your show, and he's there, and most of the time you do some show and we work out.
Yeah.
Greg is not going to flop your show. I'm going to come to the venue, make the people them see say he's there.
Right.
And then look and promote and say, big man, you give me half of the money already for this thing? Yeah. Where you are? Put a little gravy on it. I'm going to work differently.
Yeah. In other words,
I'm not flopping things. I just put a little gravy on it. See?
In other words, if you do not have the balance, then still have to work.
Still have to work,
meet him halfway.
Yeah. So
well, you see, one of the things, that's a good point. We have to really continue to dissertate on that conversation, on that topic next week. Because I think right now, some of these reggae artists, they have one song, them think it's a hit. It might hit for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. And then them price themselves out of the market. See?
Imagine, all right, just take point time. First time Tenor came to New York, it's a New York thing. New York, Philly, that's how we have a thing. Me and Mikey, Jarrett and all of them. As we come in land, called Jatty, so and so here. We look on Tenor and say, big man, the market will pay you $3,000. You remember him say in New York? Big man, we can give that $3,000 every day. Every day.
Yeah, that's another point. There's so many different entities to that topic. Because you see, the man who say could give him $3,000 there. Because you used to have some promoter where do certain activity in New York, but them just like to big up themselves and launder some money. But you see, there's still that stigmatism is still exists in reggae music, because like, you might want artists to come in, can only pull 10 people, but you want 20 people salary.
Yeah. But I want to tell you something still, him just get caught up in a New York thing, big chain. And
yeah.
And then a couple of years after, we missed that man, I used to manage Charlie Chaplin, And I used to go see the man, mash up,
Doing what?
The man I walk on like
yeah.
Mash up 2 weeks after me see him dropping.
Oh Lord.
That's the thing.
We're gonna continue this conversation next week, Jati. These are things that we need to go behind the scene, and that's why we call it entertainment autopsy. The roots, man. Everything Kobe said. Cassidy, thank you for your time and hospitality once again. Want to thank all our guests, Max Romeo, Mr. David Silver, Bennett Price, Keisha Dixon, Mark White, and also Jati and DJ Cassidy and our co-host Jati and everybody.
The musical maestro.
But you have now.
Mixologist.
Facebook. Thanks, George Prophet, for stopping by. And do it every Wednesday night from 9 to 12 o'clock. And nothing would not be worthwhile without our audience out there, irrespective of your geographical location, your pigmentation, or your ethnic composition. Arlene, good night from up in Crossroad and Mr. Harry. The Roots man, Ja, Ixley Abia Masgana. Thank you for your presence.
Patrick Gold, don't say nothing.